In this video, we will talk about computer-aided process planning. So, process planning is defined as an act of preparing documentation for manufacturing of a product. We know that if you want to manufacture a product, there must be a sequence of operations we have to specify. So, that is called a process planning. So, process planning, when done using a computer, is called computer-aided process planning. So, that set of operations will be completed using a computer. We can call it as a computer-aided process planning. There are two types of process planning, like rough, detail. Rough means some parts we don't need that much accuracy or precision, and detail means we have to make a detailed plan for some complicated operation like assembling a vehicle. We have to do the detailed planning for the same. So before going to the computer-aided process planning, we must understand what is a process planning. So for that, I will explain an example. So suppose here you can see there is a metal plate with 4 holes. So we have to make a final products like this with X and Y dimensions and suppose some height. First operation we have to do is a cutting operation. In cutting operation, using a hacksaw, that's a cutting tool, we can obtain the particular workpiece in this model like X and Y dimensions. The next operation we have to do we need the holes. First we will mark the holes, the location of the holes, what is the X and Y directions of the holes. Then we will do the drilling mission. Everybody must be aware about drilling. It's just a hole making process. The third process, after doing the drilling, we have to finish the surface. With the grinding tool, we will be finishing the surface. That is a third operation called the grinding. So we can see there are set of operations. First one is cutting, then drilling, then grinding. Then we will get the final product. This is, and we have to plan in an order this thing. First one is cutting. We cannot do the drilling first, then do the cutting. So there will be sequence. That is called process planning. And when we come to the process plan, I will give an example how the process plan looks like. There will be serial number and the type of operation we are performing and the machine we want to use, the tool and the time required. Suppose we will take the process operation number 1, serial number 1. The process is called cutting, the cutting operation. And we will be using a CPS like that's a hacksaw machine. We will be cutting the thing, and we have to use a tool that is called the power saw for doing this particular operation. And for setting up the particular component, we need to do the setup. For setting up, there will be time, like we have to fix it on a fixture or something, 3 minutes for that. Then finally the operation. The operation will take only 2 minutes. The total 5 minutes for the entire operation. Similarly, we can do for drilling. There will be an operation we can call a drilling, and the machine using is a drilling machine. Tool is we'll be using a drilling bit. According to the size of the hole, like 10 mm hole or 20 mm hole, we can decide the drilling bit dimension. The time also, like setting up the drilling machine, similarly like that. So this is the process planning. This is a process plan obtaining this final product, and this will be converted into a computer through a computer aided process planning. We call it as a CAPP or computer aided process planning. Let's discuss about the framework of computer aided process planning. Earlier we discussed about making a final product using different operations like cutting, drilling the holes and finishing using a grinding. So let's convert this into a computer aided process planning. So from here we can say organizational planning system. Here we decide what product we want to manufacture. So we will give a product design request to the CAD. CAD is simply means computer aided design or drafting. In what happens, whatever we used to draw manually like engineering graphics, we will be preparing it through the help of a software in a computer like AutoCAD, ProE, different softwares are there. From there we make the design in the computer system. From there we will give the part list to the material resource. So we need to say how much material we needed for the product. Also there is a geometric data, we will give it to the computer aided process planning thing. So what happens, we design the product and we give it to CAPP. From CAPP it decides that different set of operations, like here cutting operation we have to do first, then the drilling, then the finishing operation. So the process, it will be converted into different programs through a numerical program like cutting operation, drilling and finishing operation. That numerical control program is supplied to the production control, which consists of a CAM. Also the material resource, we will plan from the parts given from the CAD parts list, we will decide how much material we needed. And it will also given to the production control. So and there is a machine and tool. The CAPP decides which machine to be used and which tool to be used. So we are at the process planning level, we will be giving the program to here. So there is a CAM, computer aided manufacturing. What it does is that according to the program, it operates the machine and the tool to obtain the required product. So once according to the requirement, the product will be created in the machine tool with the help of a CAM. So this is so the entire system is automated with the CAPP. So everything is controlled through a computer system. So this is called computer aided process planning. Thanks for watching.